Hi everybody, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Norma and I do a lot of personal finance videos, but also personal development. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the important step of starting your budget journey. So a lot of people, when they hear the word budget, they think restricting, they think this is just going to tell me what I need to do with my money, and they think harsh reality that I don't want to deal with. So it doesn't have to be that. A budget is basically, you can even use a different word if the word is triggering. You can use money tracker, you can use monthly calendar, which is what we're going to be talking about today. You can use money list, you can use expense and bill tracker, whatever makes sense, but you need to be on track. You need to know where your money is actually going, how much is actually coming in your account, how much is going. Because if your money is just coming and going without you having any idea of what is coming in and what is going, you end up being in a position where now you're drowning in debt, now you have no savings, you have all these clothes that you bought, you probably bought them with a store account or you bought them on a credit card, and now you don't know what to do. So you have to be able to be on track so that you can catch yourself. You can know what you're doing with your money. You can be like, oh, I can't afford this month, but if I put away this amount and I put away the same amount next month, I'll be able to afford it. So now you're making wise decisions. You are more proud of yourself. You're not drowning in debt because you are more in tune and you know exactly what's going on with your finances. So today I want to talk about step number 1 of creating a budget or a money list or a budget tracker or whatever is your monthly calendar. So now your calendar is not going to start on a normal calendar on the 1st up until the 31st or the 30th or the 28th, whenever the month ends. It's going to start on your payday. So if you get paid on the 15th, your calendar starts on the 15th. If you get paid on the 25th, your calendar month is starting on the 25th. If you get paid on the 1st, then it starts on the 1st, which means you can use any calendar. But that's the reason why the budget planner is undated. It's so that you can personalize it to your budget calendar. When I say budget calendar, I mean when you get paid, that's when your budget calendar actually starts. So also my functional planner is undated so that you can be able to do those kind of things and plan for your finances according to when is your payday. If your payday is on a Wednesday, then guess what? Your calendar is starting on a Wednesday. So whether you are using a budget planner, the functional planner, just a normal calendar, you're drawing on a bullet journal, or you're using a spreadsheet, it's all the same thing. You just have to be on track and know exactly, have a bird's eye view of what's happening to your finances. You've seen me use my calendars. I also use stickers just to make it more fun and look more cool. And then I can see, okay, this week, this is what I'm spending money on. Next week, this is what I'm spending money on. And then you can do your calculations and see if you can fit in some wants and things that you can live without. But your calendar is more specifically for your needs, including your savings and your debt minimum payments. Because some people don't put their debt minimum payments in their budget. I know that because I do a lot of people's budget. I'm like, where's your minimum payment? Oh, that's on the other section for my debt. No, the minimum payment is part of your bills. That's why you think you have money left over at the end of the month. Or at the end of your budget, you've got money left over for shopping because you didn't add your minimum payments, and your minimum payments come up to like 5,000 Rand. So actually, put the 5,000 Rand there in your budget. So you need to be able to be more accurate with your finances, and then you're setting more realistic goals, but also you give yourself some goals and you do some no spend challenges and things like that are going to help you save money. But I will do another video on how to save money and how to pay off your debt quicker. So let me share the screen with you. Let me find my budget calendar. So we obviously already know the budget calendar, budget spreadsheet that is available, which is 395 Rand. It comes with 12 or 11 worksheets and a free debt course, a 2-module dead course on YouTube, but unlisted. You only can access it if you have the spreadsheet. You'll get the link. So we already know that one, which is this one. I'm going to have it over here. Let me just share the screen. Let's go like that. Okay, so you already know this one. This is not the one that I'm going to use today. Today I have created a whole new just monthly spread for just budgeting. So if this one is overwhelming to you, it's a lot going on and you're like, I don't even know how to use this. I've got it, but I don't know how to use it. Of course, there's a whole video showing you how to use it, but maybe you just want to start with something very basic. So I've created this one over here, very similar to it, but it's literally just the calendar. But again, maybe you just prefer writing things down. I've got the BFF for you for that. Maybe the BFF is also overwhelming and you just want to have a calendar where you can write everything there, including your bills. I've got the functional planner for that as well. And I've got a video showing you how I use my functional planner. So let's move on to the spreadsheet over here. And as you can see over here on the top, it's got date and expense. So we're going to start by putting our expenses and our bills. So I'm going to open my budget planner because I have all my expenses over there, and I'm going to just write down all the expenses. So that's what I want you to do first. Before you put dates, before you put amount, I want you to write just the expenses. So I'm going to start with, I get paid on the 1st. So for me over here, so if you double tap over here, it's going to ask you, okay, when do you want this to start? Now, your calendar only does start on Sunday, though, this one. So which means I'm going to budget from the 3rd. So the 3rd of November. And as you can see, now the calendar is starting on the 3rd. So I'm going to put my bills over here. I'm going to start with Disney Plus. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's a need or a want. Just put them over here, and I'm going to show you why this part is important so that you can see if you can afford it or not. So I've got Disney Plus, I've got medical aid. Gosh, let me bring my laptop a little bit closer to me. Okay, so medical aid. Okay, keep spelling things wrong. And then I've got savings. I'm just going to put a few bills. I'm not going to put everything. I've got rent. What else? Beauty. Oh, I skipped over there. So I'm going to put laundry. Then I've got groceries. This says school fees. Then I will put maybe bank charges. And what else? Gap cover. And let's put like petrol. And what else? Let's put personal loan. Wi-Fi. Eating out. Car insurance. I'm just trying to put as much as I can, but business expense. Business, yeah, let's go with business expenses. It's fine. Let's see if I want to add anything else. Electricity. This is just an example. I'm not doing my budget right now, but these are my expenses. What else? I think this will be okay for now. Now that you've got all your bills, so you're going to write down all your bills. And if you want to, you can buy the spreadsheet over here, the spread, this monthly spread, and you can, it's only $129. So it's affordable, and then you can do this with me while watching this video as well. I will link it, I will have it as the first link below. Now I want you to put dates. Okay, so now you've got all your bills over there and your expenses written over there. I want you to put dates. So Disney Plus, I'm going to double tap over here and put the 3rd. As you can see, it's already populated on the calendar for you. Medical aid, I'm just going to put the 4th. Savings, let's say on the 4th I want to do some savings. Rent, I'm also going to pay on the 4th. Laundry, let's do that on a Wednesday the 6th. And then beauty, let's say I'm going to book an appointment on the 8th. Groceries, we can do our grocery shopping on Sunday. But also with groceries, I do it weekly. So obviously I'm going to show you how I'm going to add that. Right now I'm just going to add like the actual expenses and bills that I know of that are monthly. School fees, let's say for example I'm going to pay school fees on the 25th. Bank charges, that usually goes out on the 12th. Gap cover is on the 15th. Petrol, I will also put that like on a Sunday. Personal loan is on the 25th. Wi-Fi is also on the 25th. Eating out, we usually eat out on like a Saturday, so I'm going to put that on the 9th. Car insurance is also on the 25th. And business expenses, they obviously different dates, but I'm just going to put one business expense that I know of, which is on the 7th. And electricity, that is usually twice a month as well, so I'm going to put that on a Sunday and on the Sunday the 17th. Now what do I mean by that? So now I'm going to add the bills for the weekly spending. So now I've done my monthly and I'm looking at my calendar like, okay, so this week, today is the 19th. I don't have anything happening this week. I already know that. I don't have any debit orders coming out. Let me actually clarify. That's what I mean. I can already see by looking at my calendar that this week I've got no debit orders coming out. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be spending my money on anything. But this is a nice week for me to challenge myself to have no spend days, to maybe have 3 no spend days this week because I've got nothing important. I've got no really big need happening. But it doesn't mean I don't need to spend money on anything. So for example, I already know that electricity, I put it in on the 3rd, and I usually put it in every second Sunday. So I know that on the 17th, I had to put electricity, for example. And then today is the 19th. Today is my aunt's birthday. We celebrated on Saturday, so I don't have to do anything. I've already bought her presents, but we might have to probably go for dinner. So let me actually add eating out as a budget over there as well and put the 19th. This is now a want. This I can manipulate. So for example, I can budget eating out and say I'm going to budget 400 Rand depending on the restaurant we're going to go to. But I can challenge myself at the restaurant to have one drink. I can challenge myself to have a cheaper meal like fish and chips or something like that, just so I can save more money, because this is not a debit order. It's something I have kind of control over. But also I know that Skylar also needs to get her food because she has her specific, I like it being the same. She has a specific diet and she has a specific food that she wants to, eat. So I'm probably going to go grocery shopping just a little bit just to top up what we currently have, especially for Skylar, because I probably saw that her nuggets and stuff have decreased in the fridge. And then we always eat out as well on a Friday. So I'm going to add that just so it's on the budget, but we can try and not eat out or eat less than what we had budgeted for. So Saturday is going to be the 23rd. So I already know that, okay, this is how I'm looking. And this, I also need petrol. So let's say, for example, petrol. And let's say I'm going to put petrol tomorrow. Okay, so I know that this is sorted. So we're good for the week. I'm going to try and not spend anything Thursday and Friday. I'm going to try and have a no spend day. So as you can see now, I am challenging myself. This is how challenges are created. And those challenges, they do come in handy because you save money and you can use that to pay off more on your debt or save on your emergency fund if you don't have debt, or do both. And then you're really prepared for next week. Okay, next week I've got school fees, I've got a personal loan, I've got Wi-Fi, and I've got car insurance. How much is that in total? So then I'm going to do my calculations and then check that, do I have enough money for next week? Chances are, if your payday is next week, then already you know you're going to be fine. But if you're self-employed like me, I have to make sure that I'm planning ahead. I have to make sure that I have money available for those debit orders, because all 4 things are debit orders. I just have to make sure that I have enough money for that. So this step of your budget is super duper important. Having an overview and being able to plan for the whole month on payday, but also being able to plan for each week as they come. So for example, the week of the 10th over here up until the 16th, not a lot goes on. But as you can see, bank charges come off. I need to make sure I have 560 Rand in my account, or else I'll be on minus. And on the 15th, I need to make sure I have 449 Rand or whatever in my account for a gap cover, or else it might bounce and then I could lose that gap, or they're going to double charge me the following month. So I don't need that. So at least I have a plan for the following week. Now, if we scroll down, all the bills that you added over here are automatically populated here under bills. Now you're going to be working on your budget. So basically knowing how much are you going to be spending and how much do you have in your income, and after your spending, do you have money left over? So over here, you're going to add obviously your income, when you get paid, and how much you are looking at. And currently, this is the remaining balance because you haven't put how much you actually spend. So the remaining balance is currently the income because you technically haven't spent any money. But let's actually start populating how much you actually need to spend on. So Disney Plus, 139. Disney Plus is actually paid for by my mom. She pays for Skylar because she knows that Skylar likes Bluey and we don't have a TV. We don't really believe in TV. Not that we don't watch things. It's just that, I'm sorry, not to bash anything. TV here in South Africa, we all know the TV supply in South Africa. It just repeats things. It's not really, and it's so expensive. I could use the same amount of money to get Netflix, Showmax, Disney Plus, and Apple TV, and pay the same amount and have much more things to watch and no ads. So I think TV is good if you love sports, but if you don't, then no, save money. Okay, so 139 is already there, and then medical aid 3067, and savings, let's say we budget 1,500 Rand to put into savings, and then rent, usually we budget ahead. So currently December is sorted, so I can put rent on January already, because where we live, you can just pay, you can even pay for 12 months and it's fine. Like you just do your own thing, but just as long as you're paying. So I'm gonna say let's put 5,000 Rand for January and be ahead for January already. And then laundry, we're usually looking at around 600 Rand, but actually I'm going to bump it up to 800 Rand this month because I want to wash blankets and stuff like that. Obviously with the winter season, you want to like get your blankets, clean and stuff. Beauty, I always budget around 1,000 as well for beauty. Sometimes I spend less on that. Groceries, we're looking at around 3,500 Rand for groceries, and then eating out, we look at around 1,000 Rand for eating out, but sometimes more, like 1,500 Rand. School fees, again, school fees is already paid for, but let's say, for example, I'm saving for January, so I'm just gonna put 4,000 in school fees for January when Skylar starts school. Bank charges, it's around 560. Gap cover, I think it's 460 as well. Petrol, so I divided the petrol into two here. So for petrol, I usually spend around 1,600 Rand a month. I live 4 minutes away from the office and I go to the office twice a week. I don't really spend money on petrol. Personal loan, it's 9663, and then we've got Wi-Fi, which is 399, Eating out, let's budget 1,200 Rand. Car insurance is another 1,190. Business expenses, I don't know how much we spend on business, but it's not more than 2,000, I think. And then electricity, we also spend around 600 Rand on electricity. So I'm going to divide it 300 Rand. Eating out, I already put eating out there 1, 2. So I'm going to leave this one just because that's me dividing it weekly. So I'm just going to leave it because I already put it out there. Groceries, I'm also going to leave it. These are more of your weekly spendings. So I'm just going to leave it over there. And then as you can see over here, remaining balance is 12,900 Rand out of the income we had projected. So now what I can do is go debt, attack, and I can also go saving challenges. So I can withdraw money for my challenges. And then I can also add investments. So the savings that you see over here is investments actually. So maybe I can do a video talking more about that, but that's just to let you know. And then saving challenges is my challenges that you already know about, and I can add more into investments that month if I have the remaining balance, which I do. So for debt attack, let's plan to add 5,000 Rand. Oh gosh, that was not the space for that. So for debt attack, let's do that on the 27th. So after we pay for the last actual bills, which is the 25th, saving challenges also 27th, and investments also 27th. So on the 27th, it could be the date where I put whatever extra. And then if I go down here now, I can say 5,000 Rand on debt attack, saving challenges, I can say another 1,000, and then investments maybe another 1,000. Okay, so the total over here that I'll be spending for the month is 42,878. And as you can see, there's a remaining balance of 5,000 Rand. So I work on a zero-based budget, which means that this 5,000 Rand needs a home. So that's when I will put money in my emergency fund, put money in miscellaneous as well, like basically create little homes for the budget, vehicle fund, school savings. I can add more onto the school fees over here. I can bump the school fees up to 8,000 Rand. And then I'm only left with 1,900 Rand. And I can divide the 1,900 Rand and be like, okay, 1,000 is going to emergency fund, 500 Rand is going to another fund, maybe a home maintenance fund, and then the 400 Rand is miscellaneous, which is usually what I do. Okay, so now I know what am I working with. Actually, let me add that over here as well. So let's go emergency fund. So let's go 28th. We can go miscellaneous. Miscellaneous can also be on the 28th. And then we can go, what else did I say I was going to add money on? Maybe a vehicle fund, like a maintenance fund, something like that. Okay, so now I know that, okay, I've got 500 Rand here. Actually, let's go 1,000. I've got 1,000 Rand here. And I've got 400 Rand here. And I've got 500 Rand here. Now, if you look at my budget, I've literally got only 22 Rand to work with. That doesn't matter. Just leave it over there. But I know that I've got a miscellaneous, a vehicle fund, emergency, more investments, saving challenges. So I'm not broke. I'm not doing a zero-based budget and I'm broke. But if I look at my calendar, every single expense is, it has a home, it has a plan. So when someone comes to me and says, Noma, can you please borrow me 500 Rand? I look at my budget and I'm like, I actually don't have, because I can't touch my miscellaneous because I need that. What if I want to buy something that I just saw at H&M on sale? You know, I can use my miscellaneous. Why not? You know, you work so hard, don't deprive yourself. But what if I want to go out for lunch, you know, with a friend? I can use my miscellaneous or my eating out fund. I actually don't have money to borrow you, unfortunately. Not because you're broke, it's because all your money have a home, all your dollars have a home. You are not just having money laying around, but also you are paying off debt, you're attacking that debt, you're building your investments, you're also saving. That's how a zero-based budget works. There's obviously also an option here to add if it is a monthly payment. So I already know that this is monthly. Rent is, let's go monthly, it's fine. Laundry is bi-weekly. Groceries are also, actually groceries are more weekly. Oh, I went on beauty. Beauty is monthly, groceries are weekly, school fees are quarterly, bank charges are monthly, gap cover is monthly, etc., etc., etc. So what's going to happen now is everything with weekly, it's going to fall over here. It's going to fall on this category over here under weekly budget, and you'll be able to see what you need to budget for the week, how much you need for the weeks, because your weekly budget, for example, if a week you spend 1,000 on food, you spend 100 Rand on airtime, you spend 500 Rand on transports, Uber, petrol, whatever, you know, all of these little spendings, it's a budget that you need to have each week. So each week you need to have that 1,000 plus the 500 for transport, plus the 100 Rand for airtime, plus, you know, whatever for, if you have kids, there's some spending that comes in weekly. Let's say, for example, it's 2,400 Rand. So you need to make sure you have 2,400 Rand available each week for your budget. I hope that this made sense. I hope that you enjoyed this budget. If you want the spreadsheet, it's just literally a monthly layout. I don't want you to expect anything else, but it's going to do a budget for you. It's going to give you an overview, and it's going to be a simple way to do your budget and your planning and your zero-based budget using this calendar over here. But like I said, you can use the budget for freedom planner, which obviously I enjoy using that. I enjoy writing everything down. I just like how this automatically calculates everything for you. It's available. It's $129. I'll link it below. And you can comment down below. Tell me if you like the calendar. Tell me if you just prefer just the calendar. It's not too overwhelming. Or tell me if you like the more comprehensive budget that we do as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings that tell her goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose.